Hey, it's Adler from FM1021, backstage with BLINK-182, their triumphant return to Milwaukee. Summer, the time when it's most California-ish that we can get for you, except it's humid as balls today.
It is.
Congrats on the album. It is awesome.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Travis and I talked a couple weeks ago about the fact that you had, what, 30 songs recorded?
Yeah, about 30 songs.
Came down with 17 or 18?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other ones, do we know what's going to happen to those?
We might end up on
exclusively to you guys.
Just to us? And let us leave it at our disposal? That's good. It's a really fucking cool album because it's a lot of like old Blink. It's fun, it's funny, it's light, and then you have kind of a Los Angeles, which when I heard, I'm like, yeah, this is like something Bad Religion could have done, or Red Hot Chili Peppers could have done. It has that same kind of vibe.
Awesome,
of very kind of localism, and it's sort of like a love letter for California, right?
It is. We didn't set out to do that, but I think that just us all living there for so long, it's just ingrained in us, and part of who we are and part of what our music is.
How fast did it go? I should ask Pat. As far as being the newest member of the band, did it feel like a fast album since you've done so many with Alkaline as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was awesome to get in the studio with John, and we wrote the record in the studio together, all of us together, and went in there. We had some stuff we were working on, but when we got in with John, we just kind of started from scratch, and had the luxury of building the record in the studio, and just like, you know, it happened so quickly and so organically. You know, we worked really hard on it, but it was fun work, and you know, I've never recorded like that before.
Yeah.
So it was very, you know, it happened really quick, but it was also really fun to have it be this studio creation. Like Mark said, we didn't set out really to make anything but a great Blink record, and then it took its own, you know, course.
Did you want to be all together, or is it just sort of the way it happened?
I think that all the best stuff happens when you're in the room together and you can immediately get feedback from one another. Yeah. That's a great idea. Oh, that's cool. Let's try this. Oh, I need something. What's a good word for like an ocean death or whatever it is, you know? Just having that immediate feedback, I think, makes all the difference. And everybody in there being excited to be recording, and everybody having an idea. Oh, what if you did this? It just makes.
And then you just go and do it instead of having to wait till next day or send a track to somebody and then go over it. That being said, who did build this pool? Who wrote that?
I did. That's my baby.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a tiny baby.
Thanks.
It's like 3 weeks where they give you fruit and vegetable sizes with your child. They're like, your child's the size of this.
Yeah.
This would be like week 3.
The child's a fava bean. Yeah, it's a little baby, but one that I'm very proud of.
I think it's very funny. I love it. It's good. Going forward with the tour, this is Summerfest is always weird. You guys have all been here before. It's a little different animal because you have, instead of like a festival where people are moving around, people come here to see you. Like, there's other weird things going on, country, etc. But as far as festivals go, I mean, you guys did dance tour for years, and now you're just kind of doing this. There's an opening night called Direct Hit from Milwaukee. How have you guys been doing opening bands?
We are not in with the regular bands that we have on tour. Right now, it's been a lot of festivals, a lot of one-offs. This is the first show on this tour that we've had All Time Low on, and then when we start the tour in July, that's our tour, then it's A Day to Remember, All Time Low, All American Rejects.
Okay.
So we've just kind of been playing with a bunch of different bands until then.
Have you had anyone come up to you? Cheshire Cat came out in '95, which means if someone would consummate a relationship after a Blink-182 show, that kid is 21 right now. Mm-hmm. Have you had those stories? Have you had
I haven't had that story, but I assume that
I know. I made it sound very personal. I didn't mean to. I don't have a 21-year-old floating around that I know of, but I was at that first tour. Have you had those stories just with the lineage?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you meet fans that have, you know, been with us since that time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who have grown up and have had kids, and their kids are at our shows now. It's a trip.
And that's the thing about the album is that you guys wrote it very timelessly, meaning I think there's adult themed songs in there that adults understand, but then again, built this pool. I don't care if you're 7 or if you are 47. You're like, that shit's funny. You're like, and I get that. You're like, I totally. You're like,
That's why I built my pool.
47-year-old, you know, a couple of marriages, maybe some confusion at one point, and too much money floating around. No, it's just. Look, I just want to finish up by saying it's just one of the really coolest albums that you guys have done.
Thank you very much.
It's been really interesting. But have a great rest of the tour. Thank you guys for taking the time. Man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us back.